Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible, Deepak.
Okay, great.
And Deepak, you'll be uploading this on the YouTube, which you sent the link also, right?
Yeah, I will be
Because
uploading.
I won't be able to record. Okay, yeah,
I will be uploading. Don't
cool,
worry.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
okay,
if I
great.
record it, it's consume like 4 or 5 GB. So I not keep it in my laptop because it will unnecessarily consume space in my laptop. So I generally upload this kind of videos. Okay.
Okay. Deepak, I have one doubt.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I joined yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was talking about recording. Do you have recording in YouTube available?
See, it's not official recording, okay, but I record it for my own as a personal work. I record it, so I upload it in YouTube as well. But as you know, with the class started on 23rd, right? So the first
Mm-hmm.
week I think I have not recorded. From I think second onwards there will be recording available. I think. Okay, so first week I don't think we have anything. I mean, I don't have recording. Okay, where we discussed
Okay.
about the ERP basic stuff. What is this ERP? Why we use it?
Okay.
Okay, so if you want, I can. I mean, in the same chat you can find the link. I believe.
Okay.
Uh, where is that chat? Okay, I think it's not available. Anyway, I'll ping the chat in the at the end of the class. I will ping you the link here. You can go through the old recording if you want, but that's not official. Okay, I still insist you to check with your tutor or the institute from
Sure.
where you taken the admission. Okay.
Okay. And my one more concern was that can you just tell me tentative what all topics we have covered till now?
Uh, Topic wise, covered we covered like basic ERP. What is this ERP? The master data. What is what we call transactional data? Okay, the customer master we covered, and as we discussed the other stuff as well, the goods issue, item category determinants, that also we have covered. But in general, if you ask me what we covered, so we have covered the customer master, material master, and the basic ERP idea, how it looks like, how the document flow look, I mean the document flow looks like in SAP. So all those basic stuff we have discussed so far.
All right. All
You
right.
can go through the recording. It's not that hard. You can understand. But if you see you have any problem, you can ask it. That's not a problem.
Sure. Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So till here, I think we covered, right? Where is that? MRPV, I think we covered. MRP controller is not important. Planned delivery time, in-house production. See, these all parameter, if you see in-house production time, procurement time, these all are something which is related to production. So you don't need to remember exactly what it is, but if someone asks you where you can find the configuration or data related to production planning, so you need to tell MRP views. Okay, there will be MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 views will be there. So you need to tell all this. This is one important field, replacement lead time. So what happens? Let's say, as I said, if you don't have a stock, I mean, if a customer comes for that material, okay, then you cannot say to the customer that I don't have a stock. You simply say, okay, I don't have, but I can get the stock available in some time. But in the back end, the production team need to produce that good, right? They need to manufacture that goods. So they will have some certain process, right? Okay, let's say I'm selling a fridge and the fridge is not available as of now. So how much my production team requires to produce one fridge? There will be some time, right? In plant or in companies, in organization, they have different time frames. So let's say they have 10 days. So within 10 days, they can produce a fridge. So that is replacement lead time. If the stock is not available, how much time your production planning team takes to produce that goods? Okay, sometimes this is important. Why? Because let's say today let's say Vishal came to me for a fridge. Vishal said, okay, on 18th of March, I want that fridge. But let's say my production team, there will be a lot of other parameters as well, because not only production, maybe the let's say production team also requires some raw material, right? Then only they can produce the fridge. Let's say the procurement team, I mean the production team doesn't have the what you call the raw material as well. Then they need to connect with the procurement team to get the raw materials. Then that will also again be a kind of a delay or a time frame which will impact your delivery. But as of now, let's assume that raw material was there, only production team is supposed to manufacture, and let's say they take 10 days. So what is the next day which I can give to Vishal that okay, on this date I can deliver you 18 plus 8, that is somewhere around 28 or 29. It will be definitely not 28 because there will be weekends coming into picture. That day production team will not be working most of the time. As I said, there will be a calendar, factory calendar. So, but definitely 10 days from today I need. So the delivery, the next earliest delivery I can give is 28. Let's assume that there is no holiday calendar, that we are working 24/7, 7 days a week. Then also the earliest date what I can give to Vishal is 28. So my confirmation of quantity in my sales order will happen on 28th. Okay, so where this comes into picture, if you go to your sales order, here you see this date, right? Let's say the 5 they asked, the goods was not available, and here it has taken around somewhere 18 days. So you see on 23rd it has confirmed. So as I said, not only this replenishment lead time, there are other parameters as well that comes into picture, but as of now, you understand this replenishment lead time impacts the confirmation. If the stock is not available, what is the nearest date the quantity can be confirmed? That is impacted by your replenishment lead time. Okay, this is it for this storage location. As I said, it is in the plant you will have different storage location where you will maintain the goods. So it's not that a thing to discuss. I said, let's say you have a plant and you are manufacturing pipe as well, you are manufacturing cement as well. So you will have some different storage location, right? You cannot mix pipe and cement in one storage location because it will create unnecessary kind of confusion to everyone. So you try to keep separately. Okay, on this storage location, I'll keep only cement. On this storage location, I only keep DI pipes, right? So that also you maintain sometimes. Sometimes you will get an error. Let's say you have not extended the material to that particular storage location. That storage location is something that, if you see here, that field is here in the sales order level also. Okay, this is also one of the interview question actually. Though it is available at the sales order level, you can enter it manually. It will never come by automatically. Okay, unless you have some enhancement or some G programming written by the developer, this will never come. When it comes into picture, when you are going to pick the material, right? When you will go to storage location, you have the delivery created. Now you are going to ship. So first you need to go to that storage location, right? So storage location comes into picture in your delivery. There it is important. If you don't fill it, you will not be able to deliver. If you go here, you see this storage location. So you are telling this material is available under this plant and in this storage location. The same you can see in MMB as well, right? You see, these all are storage location 001, 10, 1A, right? So this is what it is. Now this is not important, you can ignore it. Self time not required. Now this is one of the important parameter. As I told you earlier, or let me ask you whether you people remember or not, in sales process how many times accounting entries happens in order to invoice? We discussed few days back only, I think 3 or 4 days back only. Accounting entries, when the accounting entries are generated in sales process. Anyone? No one remembers? Manoj, Vishal, Yashwant, anyone? Any guess? Am I even audible? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
you would remember
While
that.
while creating billing, sir.
Okay, while getting billing one place, and there was another place. What was the other place?
Peach.
Someone said PGI?
I just guessed before.
Yeah, so correct. Yes, one. So you need to tell this.
Oh,
Yes, one. See,
okay,
as I
okay.
told you in my class, don't hesitate and don't fear. I'll not say anything, even if you're wrong. Yeah, so that's correct. One at the time of PGI and the other at the time of invoice.
Oh,
Okay. So this valuation class will help you to determine the GL when you do the PGI. Okay, let me go to any PGI document. I don't know whether we did PGI for this. No, this we have not done it. We created one invoice that day, right? I think 4898 VF03 898. What was the other number? 9310. Let me go to delivery, and if I go to document flow, you see this is your PGI document, post good issue. See, if you open it, if you go to document info, then you go to FI document. As I said, accounting documents are sometimes called that FI document as well, right? Because this is something accounting team or finance team are bothered about. Okay, though you also need to know where it is and how, which GL it has taken up, but that's not that important from the SD perspective. You see, this is accounting document. If you double click, you see some GLs are coming here, right? Inventory GL and cost of goods issue, some GLs are coming. So this valuation class helps you determine the GL. If you see, it will help you determine GL while generating the inventory accounting. Okay, the inventory accounting is nothing but the PJ accounting that you can say. Okay, and the invoicing which you generate at the time of billing, that is the financial accounting, you can say. So overall, you need to remember these two. In sales process, there are two places where accounting will be generated: one at the time of PGI, one at the time of invoice. Okay, these all determination are something which what do you call MM team and finance team and SD team collectively takes a call which GL it has to go, but the SD plays a very small role here, because the stocks and all we don't bother. Which GL you are going to maintain your stock related information, we don't bother about that. Similarly, in which GL you are going to note the revenue and tax and also, that also we don't bother. We are only bothered about the price at which we are selling. But as I said, as a sales consultant, as SD consultant, you will need to know where it is. Okay, now this price control, I think we already covered this one earlier in previous classes. S means standard price, V means moving average price, right? And as you see, for finished good, generally we maintain S, and for trading good, as I told you, trading goods are not something which we don't produce. We buy it from some vendor and then we sell it. So as I said, to diversify your business process, you must be buying that goods not from only one vendor. So you will be buying from different vendors. So different vendor will charge you different prices. So that time you cannot maintain a set price or a standard fixed price. So that time you use this V, so that you also have a moving average price. So when you buy from some vendor from a cheaper price, your moving average price will go down. Okay, I think you remember that example also. I think we have shown somewhere that day. I don't remember. Yeah, remember this thing, right?
Yeah, Deepak.
Yeah,
Okay, so no need to waste time here now. This we have already covered. And as I told you that day, where it goes and in where you can find this price in your sales order, or where it will impact, so it will come in VPRS. So this you remember. Okay, this is something in an interview also they will ask you the price that you see in accounting view, which condition type holds that value. So you will tell VPRS condition type. Now these all are some basic tables. As in customer master, we also had that KNA1, then KNVB, then VBPA, right, or KNB1. So similarly for metal master also we have some data where system stores the information. So I'll ping you this one maybe. So basic data you can find in MARA. Sales related data you can find in MVK. Let's go to MVK for one example. Let's take this material. And if I go to MVK, you can put your material. Don't put anything, just execute it. So you will see all the sales area where it is extended. So you see two sales area and all the sales related stuff you can see. The account assignment group of material that we maintain in sales view, right? So all these data you can see at one place. Yes. So while comparing also it's very easy. Let's say we have TG12 and we have TG13. Okay. And when you need to enter multiple material, what you need to do? You need to click this button. Okay. Then you can enter multiple material. So let's say I'm typing TG13 also as. You can put a number of material. Okay. 100, 5, 20, 30 you can maintain. Now I have given two material. Now let's say for TG12 my sales process is working. I can create invoice. For TG13 I'm not able to create. So you can directly go to table and then you can see what are the differences in these two materials. Rather than going to MM03, it will take some time to figure it out, right? But here itself you can see, okay, this has the item category group different, this has a different item category group. So all the related stuff or related data you can see at one places. And I said this table level access generally consultant only use. End user never use this table level stuff because they'll get confused. Okay, so and it's not recommended to give access to end user for the SAP table. So only consultant level we use it. Okay, what else we have here? MM01 will be used for creation of material. That's fine. Okay, so I think in Metal Master up to this much only we have Metal Master. Most of the points or most of the fields which are relevant for normal OTC process that we have covered. There are, as I said, there are thousands of fields in Metal Master, but as I said, those are not required, not mandatory. If it requires, if the business requires, you use it. If the business doesn't require, you don't bother about those fields. You keep it blank. Okay. Now let's go to next topic, CMIR. So this also I think I've explained you, right? What is the CMIR, customer material info record. We maintain some information which is specific to some customer and some material. As the name suggests, customer material information. So some information which is only relevant for some particular customer and some particular material that you can maintain. Now tell me how the plant determination happens. This we have already discussed and I think I have asked you earlier also. Now tell me how the plant determination happens in sales order, priority wise.
Uh, Sir, first it is determined with the help of CMIR,
Hmm.
then customer master, and then material master.
Correct. So you see, this we have already maintained actually. So I don't know. Let me open this customer. We have already maintained it. Okay, let me just show you. So I'm giving material number. Sorry. So in customer master we have 1010. Okay. And if I create my sales order, for the same customer and same sales area, it is taking 1710. That means before going to customer master, system is fetching the data from somewhere else. So what is that somewhere else? That is nothing but your CMIR. Let me go to CMIR as well. We have maintained it that day because we were discussing this, so I maintained that day. Let me see. I think this was the combination. And if you double click here, you see the plant. This only came in your sales order, right? This is how system behaves. That day we have only covered plant related stuff, but as I said, there are multiple different fields that you can maintain in CMIR. So you can see all those fields here. You can maintain plant, you can maintain delivery priority, minimum delivery quantity. So you see up to 9. But if someone asks you the basic stuff, so at least 2 3 you need to remember. Like you can say plant, delivery priority. Okay, there are some other stuff. No, so at least 2 you remember. If not possible to remember 9, at least 2 3 you remember what we maintain in CMIR. And if you see this all data, whatever you see, the partial delivery, under delivery, over delivery, all this data will be there in your customer master as well. But if you maintain it in CMIR, that CMIR will be given the first priority. System will not go to customer master. If system doesn't find in this customer master info record, then system goes for the customer master or material master. But first system will check your CMIR only. The T code is VD51. The same goes for VD51, 52, 53. Okay, if you want to change it, you can go to VD52. You execute it and you can change. If you want to change the plant, you can change the delivery priority. Okay, you see item uses also we have, and what else we have here. Yeah, I think this is it. Any confusion in CMIR?
No.
Anyone?
No, Deepak. No.
Okay, great. So now let's go to our sales process. So till now we have covered the ERP basic information and other stuff, and master data, what are the master data in SAP SD, and what are the transactional data in SAP SD. We have covered the customer master, we have covered the material master, and apart from that I have told you something extra also, like how the pricing and all. But don't worry, those all things will cover with those all topics will be coming in future classes. The item category determination, the tipping point determination. Yesterday we were discussing that tipping point, right? That also will come in later classes also. That's fine. So now let's go to our sales process. So this also I think I have told you earlier also. If you go to our sales document, this, let's say this is our sales order, and if I go back, so my sales order data will be divided into 3 sections majorly. Okay, this also sometimes people ask you, like how the data is stored in sales order. So then you need to tell there are 3 types of data in sales order. First is header data, then item data, then schedule line data. Okay, header, item, schedule. Why? Because header is something which is applicable to all the items, irrelevant of item, it is applicable to all. As I said, sold to, shipped to, these all are applicable to everyone, right? Incoterms, payment terms. What are item related stuff? The item related data, like how much is the weight for that, how the item is to behave in sales order, item category, the pricing, the availability. Schedule line data is something when you are going to schedule the delivery scheduling and all. Let's say someone comes to you on 18th of March, but you don't have a stock. So you say, boss, next 10 days I can give you. So 28th is my earliest confirmation date. So those data you will find in your schedule line. In sales order, where you can find, let's say this is my sales order. If you go here, header, you can see the, you see, header data. So all the header related stuff you can find here. And I said primarily all the header data will be coming from either from customer master, most of the data. Like if you go to here also, if you see customer group, not all data but most of the data. If someone asks you like customer data goes and sits where in sales order, so then you need to tell most data goes and sit in the header. You see customer group will be there. Shipping condition also comes from customer master. This Incoterm, payment term, billing date, all this is coming from your customer master only. Okay, so these all are views in the header. Where you can find item, you double click here, you go to item, you see item data. Schedule data you will find in the schedule line tab. Okay, and as I said, scheduling when you say on 28th you're going to deliver. So not only the, as I said, not only the production time you will consider, right? There will be different time as well. The transportation planning time will be there. Maybe let's say it's a big material that you need to send. So you need to arrange the vehicle as well, right? Which vehicle it will load. So that also system considers, that comes under transportation planning time. Material availability date. Let's say material itself is not available, then how come the production team will start producing the goods? So that also comes. Then loading, goods issue, all these dates comes into picture. You see, times all at the you can maintain the timing as well. Not only the date, you can maintain it at the time level also. Our basis as well, you can maintain it. And as I told you that day also, if you see two lines here, that means the customer has asked you on 18th, but due to unavailability of a stock, you are confirming on 23. If there is only one line, that means whatever customer has asked, the same date you are also delivering. Let's say in this case, if customer asks me to deliver the goods after 23, let's say 24, 25, 28, then there will be only one line coming. Then there will be no two lines. Let me see if it works. I don't know if someone played that thing, requested delivery. Let's take some future date. Let me, okay, we'll see that later. But if you see two lines, that means there is, the customer requested delivery date is not meeting the requirement. So that's why it is going to the second line. Also, if you go back here also, I think you can see, if you see, that is schedule lines. If you see the checkbox, that means there are multiple dates. Here if you see, there are only two dates, right? But that could also be case, let's say customer asks for 20 pieces, and let's say on 23rd you have only 5 pieces, on 28th you will have another 5 pieces. So you can have multiple dates here. It's not only that only two dates will come, right? Because it's not mandatory that okay, on 23rd I will have all the 20 pieces available in my plant. So there you can have multiple dates. And where you can find the data, you can find this data in VBEP. Let me save this order for time being. Net value, let me go to condition. Here 0. Document is complete. Let us save this order. And see, whatever options you see here, right? The item level, the header, all these things will be here only. Okay, in the menu only you can find what you see header. If you want to go to a certain tab in order header or somewhere in the item, you can directly click here and then you can go. You see, it directly takes me to the item schedule line. So basically all the buttons, whatever you see, those all options will be available here only. It's a basic stuff only. So now let us save it. 5696. Now, as I said, header will be VBAK, item will be VBAP, schedule line will be VBEP. Okay, now let's go to VBEP for time being. 5696. VBEP 5696. You see, it has created two lines because this was the customer requested delivery date, but I can deliver on 23. So all the information you can see, the transportation planning, availability date, all the data related to your scheduling you can find in your VBEP. And that's what you see, the goods movements also coming here. Similarly, there will be VBAP for your item related stuff. Let's go to VBAP also. Six, nine, six. we have only one material, so that's why you see only one line item, and all the other related information you can find here itself. The piece here, the net value, okay, this all you can see. Maybe you can create one order and then you can see how system store all these values. Okay, the plant, shipping point. Okay, so this is just an overview. Now let's go one by one. Data sales document as a customer data. This we already covered. It's stored in VBAK. Let us go to VBAK as well. You see there is a one line only coming in blue. That means that is the key field. Without this you cannot, when this is something which will have a unique value. Sorry, I'm clicking on save button again. See all the header data of who created the order, at what time, the date, the order type, the sales area. These all are header steps, right? Because the sales area is not relevant for item. It's at a header level. Once you create one document, that document will only have one sales area. So all those information you can see here, sold to party, is all things. Here you can see the status also. There are so many status here, you see. Goods issue, credit, overall. You see overall status, delivery. So these are all status will also be available in your sales order. So you can play around with all this data, how it comes. When you create a delivery, let's say you create a sales order, then you see what is the status. Then you create the delivery, then you see what status gets changed. Then you do the billing, then you see what status it change. Okay, so that you can play around. What is the next item? As I said already, it's VBAP, and mostly the data will come from Material Master mostly. Not 100% data will come from Material Master, but most of the data will go and sit in your item from the Material Master. Okay, schedule, as I said, it's VBEP, and scheduling data will come like when the confirmation quantity is available, when the stock is available, all those data you can see in VBEP. Now, yeah, you see, this is inquiry. These all are sales document type actually. Okay, in our case we have taken OR, right? If you see our document type, so we have taken the order type OR. Order type is OR, but as I said, inquiry, quotation, contract, schedule agreement, and sales order. These all five have a different category, even though those all will sit in a VBAK, VBAP only. The order type also you will define in VOV8. But how you will segregate them between inquiry and sales order, between quotation and sales order? So that is your document category. This also I have covered, but let me repeat it again for you people. So from the document category, you distinguish whether that document is an inquiry or quotation or order. See, we have created order, so that's why you see our category is C, because we are getting sales order. We are using VA01. Inquiry you can create with VA11, but that document type category will be A. Document type could be different. It could be IN, Z1, anything you can create, but the category will always be A. Okay, here also you can create manual as well. I don't know whether someone created or not, but generally we don't play around with this document category. We create the document type, but we don't play around with the document category, because if you change it here, no, what will happen in the back end, there are a lot of calculation and programming written between based on this document category. So if you change this, there is a chance that your sales order will not behave properly. There will be some error that even SAP cannot fix it, because there, as I said, at the back end there is a very big coding have running. Okay, it's in simple. We see, okay, we are going to VA01, we are pressing the sales area, we are clicking on save, it's saving the sales order. No, in the back end a lot of checks are happening. So generally we don't play around with this document category. We use A, B, C, whatever it is the standard, but order type we change it. We can create our own ZOR, ZOR1, Z1, Z2, anything you can create. Okay. Now, these all are few order types basically. So few you should also remember. If someone asks you what is the standard document type for inquiry, so you need to tell IN. What is the standard document type for quotation? QT. What is the standard order type for sales order? Here it is written only order, but it's a sales order, so it's OR. Okay, these all are processes: rush order, cash sale, return sale, credit memo, debit memo. Any confusion so far? Anyone?
No, don't.
Clear, Deepu.
Now, I don't know whether we covered this or not. So, cash sale. When you go to your grocery shop or Reliance Mart or anywhere, right? So that kind of sale you can say cash sale, right? Because you get the material from there itself, you pick it, you pay it, you go, right? So that's something which you call it a cash sale, a counter sale you can say. Okay. Rush order is something, let's say a customer comes and asks, boss, I need this material urgently. Okay. Then SAP also provides the order type for rush order as well. In some cases we will cover it, but just for understanding you remember this. There are rush order, cash sale, return sale, right? This also you remember, return RE also. Few you should remember. This is something in an interview these people may ask you. The document type as well as the document category. For inquiry, what is the document type? IN. What is the category? Then you need to tell this one. Document category for inquiry is A. For quotation it's B. For schedule agreement E. Schedule agreement anyway it's not remember. If you remember these four also it's fine. If you remember inquiry, quotation, order, contract, return. If you remember this much also it's fine, because I've seen very few companies using scheduling agreement. Mostly I've seen inquiry, quotation, contract and order and return order. You see, order without charge, delivery, all those things we have: credit memo, debit memo, invoice also we have. Okay. Now let's go back to our document. So these are standard document type and the T code which you use it to create. You see, do means the same T code will be using. For cash sale, return sale in SAP you use same T code, but in Fury maybe you will have a different app for that, for return order, for credit memo, for debit memo. But in GUI method you use only VA01 only. Okay, the invoice correction detail, these all you can ignore, no need to remember that much. If you remember few also, that's fine. Now consignment, you see this four process, right? Just I'll give you a basic idea what this consignment process is. Let's not go into SAP terminology, simple thing. Let's say a customer frequently buys goods. Okay, let's talk mostly this kind of stuff happen in cement kind of business. Okay, so what we do generally, instead of delivering time to time, what we do, we create our own stock at the customer location itself. Okay, let's say I will send 1 truck or 2 truck of my cement packet and I will store at the customer location, but I have not sold it yet, so customer cannot use it officially, but the location is at, I mean, the physically the goods is available at the customer location. When they use it, let's say today they said and they want to use 10 packets of cement, so they will call me and they will say, Deepak, I'm going to use 10 packet, you create invoice for 10 packet, I will use it. So then I will create invoice for 10 packet and then that customer will use that 10 packet. So you see, even though the stock is lying at the customer location, I am still the owner until the billing is done. When you do the billing for the 10 packet, now the ownership is transferred from you to the end customer, actual customer. Then now they are the owner, they can use it and they can throw whatever they want, they can do it. But until the billing is done, even though the stock is lying in the customer location, the owner is company only. Now in this case there will be four process, right? Once I send my goods via truck to the customer location, so that we call it customer fill up. I'm filling up the location, I mean filling up the consignment stock. When customer uses it, let's say customer told I want to use 10 packets. So that is consignment issue, means customer is using, the actual customer is using that goods. Customer return, let's say customer itself, they opened that 10 packet and then say no, this packet is what you call expired and cannot use it. So then that is customer return. And when you get back your stock from customer location to your plant, that we call it consignment pickup. Okay, just to have a high level overview, maybe we'll discuss if time permits, we'll discuss this in detail also, but as of now you remember these 4 process. Any confusion in this 4 process, what we call fill up, issue, return and pickup? Anyone? Okay, now this is all value contract, quantity contract. Okay, now okay, this is also one of the important question, maybe someone can ask you. If you see, these two are contract. Okay, so maybe in the interview these people will ask you like, okay, tell me how many types of contract we have. So then you need to tell the value contract and quantity contract. As the name suggests, value and the quantity. Contract is something, when in movies also or in TV also you must have seen, a contract has been signed between this and this company, and in the news also you must have heard this news, right? That a contract has been signed between Tata Steel and the government to buy 100 of this, maybe what do you call, the iron pipe, or let's say cement, or let's say what do you call, electric power, anything. So contract is a legal document, as I've told you earlier. So when, let's say, I am owning a company and Vishal comes to me and say, Vishal say, okay, Deepak, I will be buying 1,000 pieces of fridges from your company. 1,000 pieces. So then it is something called as quantity contract. But let's say, let's assume I'm selling a lot of stuff, not only the fridge, I'm selling microwave, I'm selling refrigerator, I'm selling AC, all the home appliances I'm selling. And Manoj comes to me and tells that, okay, Deepak, I'll be buying like say 4 crore worth of good. So now see, Vishal told me I'll buy 1,000 pieces of something. So that's a quantity contract. But when Manoj comes, he said he will be buying some value, some 1 crore or 10 crore value of goods he will buy. So that we call a value contract. Clear? The T code will be same, BA41 only, but you see the document types are different. If you remember these all, it's very good. I will say try to remember all this because these all are important document type. But at least few you should remember, because in the interview nobody expects you to tell all this document type. But at least half or 4 or 6 at least you should remember. Even though we don't use it, okay, normally we never use this OR. In most of the company you will see ZOR1, okay, something else you will see, always G. Never in normal standard processes, never to use the standard one. They always copy it, so that the standard remains as it is. If someone wants to use it in near future, they can just copy it. Why to use and damage the existing one? So it's never the standard practice to follow. Okay, right? We always copy the standard document type. We create our own, and then we can change anything in that OR1 or whatever we have created, that we can change. Okay. Now, yeah, as you must have seen till now, we are using this T code VA01 to create our sales order, and OR is the order, fill the enter. Okay, these all are nothing but your sales area and all, right? This is sales area, distribution channel, division. Here it is just showing how you create it. We go to VA01, you put sales order. The same we also do, right? If you go to VA01, so that only the document says. You see, you put your document type, then sales of distribution channel division. These all, as I said, these are not mandatory. If you want to use it, you use it. If you don't want, you keep it blank. So here also this document has not shown. Now, I can say Okay, no need to worry about all these all documents, but yeah, you should all read all this document. Okay, and these all are information only, but you should go through it. I'll not waste our time reading all this stuff. I think this error we already encountered at some places, right? No pricing procedure could be determined. Then we changed some data in customer master, and then that error went away, right? So this all error you can encounter. This and master. Okay, now I would suggest rather than going down to all these stuff, let's create our own document type so that we will use. As of now, we were using what do you call OR only, right? We can create our own document type also. Okay, we have our customer, we have our okay, customer also we will also create one master also we will create. This all we have did it already. Let me paste it here. So now what we will do, we will create our own customer, we will create our own material, and then we will create our own order type or document type. But we will create the order document type only because as I said there could be inquiry document type or something, but we will create the order type. Is it fine if we create our own so that we can play around and nobody will touch our configuration data? Because in the document also there is nothing much now because we will create delivery and all. So before going to delivery, I want to show you how you create your own document type and all. Okay, so before going to customer, I would say we will create our own document type. Let's go to SPRO now. You go to SAP IMG reference, you go to sales and distribution, then you go to sales document header. You see define sales document type. You click here. Now here you will see all the documents, whether it's inquiry was IN, right? If you double click, you see the category is A. So as I said, inquiry, quotation, contract, all those documents will be created here only, the document types. Okay, you need to remember these terms as well. We are talking about the document types. Document category is ABC, that is the A for inquiry, C for order, that is document category. We are creating document types. Let's go to OR. It's always recommended to use OR. I don't know whether someone played around with this OR already, but let's assume it will work. We'll select it. As I said earlier also, it's always recommended to copy the existing one rather than creating a new one. So let's copy it.
Deepak,
Yeah,
I have a doubt.
yeah.
For let's say this thing standard order document type, is it they only copy standard document of overall or inquiry quotation also?
Sorry, in the last, I think your voice mumbled actually. What you said?
I want to say you told that the companies don't usually use the standard document types, right? Or they
Right.
make a copy of it and then they customize it. Is it only specific to order
No, no,
document
no.
type or
Everywhere,
for inquiry
everywhere.
and
Not
quotation,
only
anything?
anywhere. Not only in order type. It's applicable for item category as well. It's applicable for schedule and category as well. It's applicable to
Scheduling,
delivery
okay.
type as well. It's applicable for invoice type as well. Okay. Because see, you have something which SAP has given. So why to change this value? You can always copy and then you can change anything, right? This is the OR configuration. But as I said, we are creating our own. So let's put it over 9 or something. Okay. Let us put something like 10 a.m. Press enter. Now you see the advantage of copying it. When you copy it, so what it says, sales order Z09. This is our document type which we are going to create. This is the description. Now it says, is this entry also relevant for copy control? As I said, it's not only the document type that you configure. At the back end, there are a lot of other interconnections also, right? Between the order to delivery, order to invoice, delivery to invoice. So when you copy a standard one, system also proposes you whether you want to copy the backend data as well. So you say yes, I want to copy it. So it says number of entry copied. Let's save it. It will ask you some customize. You see, it's customizing because we are purely into customizing. How many types of TR we have in SAP?
Two teacher.
What are the two types?
Customizer workbench.
Workbench, correct. Good. Let's save it. Can you tell me an example where this workbench TR will come into picture, even though that change will be done by?
It is technical consultant they use.
Yeah, mostly technical consultant use that, but SD consultant will also do some changes that will be stored in your workbench TR.
Okay.
Can you give me an example? Let me show you something. If I go to this one, you see when I go to v/07, it tells me the table is cross client. Okay, now press OK. Let's go to PPR0 or something. Because this we were playing around yesterday. PPR0 access. Let me go new entry. Let me go to 40 and some 90 or something. Now you see the TR. What kind of TR it is?
Workbench.
So if someone asks you one example, you can tell when we do some change in the access sequence in the T code v/07, that changes will be stored in your workbench. Even though we do it, right? We are supposed to do this change, but it is storing in workbench. Now remember the message what it sent me the first. It's a cross client table. Remember?
Yeah.
Now connect the dots. As I told you earlier, workbench request will flow in all the client. We don't need to copy from client 100 to 200. This is client 100, right? Let's say there are three clients, 100, 200, 300. So if anything you do, you change in this access sequence, since it's a cross table, I mean the cross client, it will flow in all the client. But if it is a customizing TR, then it will not. If you do change in 100, it will only remain in 100. In 200 and 300 client, that change will not be appearing. Okay, so this is why when developer do some code changing, they don't need to import the TR from 100 client to 200 client, because that whatever they do, that is stored in the workbench. So it is flown everywhere automatically. But let's say I created the order type here, right? Like in our case, we created some order type ZOR9. So let's say there is another client 200. So in that client 200, you will not be finding our order type, whatever we created just now. That ZOR9, you will not find it. But whatever change we are doing here in the access sequence, since that change is stored in the workbench, it will be visible across all the client. Okay. Let's close this. We have created ZOR9. Let's store somewhere ZOR9. Okay. So what we will try, we have 3 minutes left. Let's try to create our document type. Let's try to create our order actually, ZOR9 now. ZOR9. We'll take the same sales area. You see, it has not thrown me that error that sales document type is extended to the sales area now. You remember that message? Copy all the relevant entries where I clicked yes.
Yeah, it has copied and upgraded to the sales configuration.
Exactly. So wherever that the OR was extended, system has also extended the ZOR9 as well. Okay. Let's go inside. Let's put customer. Let's put TG12 only. This is another message because coming from some configuration, but let's not bother. I will explain you later. You just press enter because that's the warning. Now you go to condition. You can put some value. Let's go to shipping. Let's change the plant 1010 or 1710 is coming because of our what do you call edit in completion. Let's save it. You see, it says the description first, sales order 10 a.m. That's what we have given the name, right? 10 a.m. I gave because we are taking class at 10 a.m. The order type is 5697. 5697. So what we did today, we created our own document type. So now whatever you will change in OR9, if you go to VOV8, or you can go to the YSPRO as well, and whatever I change now here, that will not impact the OR. I can put some 2, I can put some something, anything I can change, because it's the own G custom thing, right? If I change anything, nothing is, no one will ask me why you are changing, because this I only created, and I'm not playing around with the standard. Standard was OR. I copied it. Now I can use it anything. Number in assignment, all this thing I can change, right? Because it's my own document type which I created. Document pricing procedure, everything I can change. Understood? Any confusion so far? We'll cover all these things, okay? Don't worry. There are a lot of control. If you see, there are a number of controls here in the document type as well. So we'll cover one by one maybe. Okay. So as of now, just remember this much. And now on going forward, we will try to use our document type only, Z/9 only, okay? Any confusion? Anyone?
No, Deepak. No, Deepak.